guys, it's Vicky, and today I'm here to share with you my reading plans for August. I can't believe it's already August, that summer is winding down. It's just really weird to me. I'm hoping that this month I get through a lot of Goodreads. July ended up being a pretty good month, so I'm hoping that I can kind of carry that into August and kind of like start winding down, finishing out the summer strong. We don't have a whole lot going on in August. There's no like vacations planned or anything. It's mostly just kind of getting ready for like back to school and all that fun stuff. So yeah, I have a little stack here that I'm hoping to read in August, and let's get into it. So the first book I plan to hopefully finish in August is a carryover from July. That was also a carryover from June that I meant to finish, and I just haven't done it yet. I'm still working my way through Nine of Swords by Brooklyn Quintana. I have about 300 pages left, so I'm getting there. And it's good, but it's a little bit slow, and so I'm just taking my time with it because I do want to complete it. This book was sent to me for review, so I do want to finish it and be able to do a review for you guys. It's basically it's like a fantasy novel because there are some kind of magical elements, but it's not as fantastical or magical as I was expecting. But it's about a young boy named Finn who goes to a military school called Morency, and it's on this island kind of in this kind of jungle setting, which is kind of fun. And it's just about him being at this school and learning how to be a soldier, you know, eventually, and kind of the trials and things that he goes through while there. And like I said, there's a little bit of magic, not as much as I was hoping for, but yeah, so I'm working my way through it, and I really hope that I finish it in August. I have another continuation from July. This is an audiobook that I got from my library that I have been waiting for months and it came in, so I'm really excited. It's a nonfiction book called Caste: The Origin of Our Discontents by Isabel Wilkerson. And this is basically, like I said, a nonfiction book that talks about how it deals with kind of the race issues and things that have been going on in America basically since its beginnings, but she is connecting it to more of a caste system, similar to what is seen in places like India. And there's a lot of history, there's a lot of social stuff, a lot of anecdotes. And I'm about a third of the way through it so far, and it's good. It's definitely a book that I'm glad I'm listening to in audio because it is a little bit dense, and I feel like if I was reading it, I might not be picking up as much, but because I'm listening to it, it is very good and I'm enjoying it and everything like that. So I will hopefully be completing that sometime in August. So the next read I'm planning to do in August is one that I'm not entirely sure I'm gonna finish in August because it's a biggin'. And it is the August pick for the Random Reads book club that Bobby and I run over on Goodreads. And in August, we are reading one of my favorite books of all time, guys. We are reading The Stand by Stephen King. So for those of you that don't know what this one is about, I feel like it's a pretty popular one. It is about a pandemic that goes through the United States and basically leaves only, I think it's like 10% of the population. This kind of super flu comes through and a lot of people die, and then the people left behind or left have to sort of rebuild, and then it kind of becomes this good versus evil thing because obviously some of them go this way and some of them go that way, and so it's a very classic good versus evil sort of story, and I'm really excited to dive back into this. I haven't read this book in, I think I read this in late high school, early college, and I absolutely loved it. I devoured it then. I loved the characters in this. There's some of my favorite all-time Stephen King characters are in this book, so I'm excited to revisit it and to see if I still love it as much as I say I do. And I'm gonna probably listen to it on audio though, because I just wanna kind of try a different format this go around, see if I like it. I've heard the audiobook is really good. So yeah, if you wanna join us over on Goodreads, as we read this in August and September, we give ourselves 2 months to read the book. So yeah, if you wanna join us, the link for the Goodreads group is down below, and I hope I hope you will. So yeah, very excited for this one. My next August read is going to fulfill the buzzword reading challenge for August. August's buzzword is time of day. So I'm going to read a new release that is somewhat anticipated for me, and that is Survive the Night by Riley Sager. I have read all of Riley Sager's books. I have enjoyed them all, and so this was a book I'm excited to read. And obviously night is a time of day, so it fulfills that prompt for me, which is nice. And this one is about a college-age girl who is she wants to get back home from college, and she hitches the ride with this other student on campus, and pretty early on into the trip, they're in the car, I'm assuming for quite a few hours together, she starts to suspect that he's possibly this campus killer that's been out on the loose. And so then, you know, it kind of goes from there, which I'm already kind of in the back of my mind thinking, if there was a campus killer going around, why would you get into a car with a stranger? I don't know. So I'm already a little bit skeptical about that. Granted, this does take place in the 90s, the early 90s, where maybe times were different. People were more trusting. I don't know. But me being like 2021 Vicky is like, why? But anyways, I'm gonna find out because I'm gonna read this book. And yeah, I'll let you guys know how it is. So then the last two reads that I have planned for August are actually 5-star predictions. I want to complete them in August so that I can wrap up this round of 5-star predictions and do a new round for the last couple of months of the year. So that's my goal by the end of August, to have them wrapped up and have a new round out. So the two that I have left, the first one is Hollow Kingdom by Kira Jane Buxton, and this one is a post-apocalyptic story. I believe it deals with a sort of zombie apocalypse, but what makes this kind of quirky and interesting to me, and why I think I'm going to love it, is that it is told through the eyes of a bird. And so he obviously, you know, doesn't see the world the same way that we do, and so he's just kind of seeing this apocalypse happen and maybe not completely understanding it. And so I've just heard it's quirky, it's kind of funny, and I'm really excited about it. And like I said, I think it's going to be a 5-star read. I hope it's a 5-star read. So yeah, I will let you guys know this month. And then the other one that is a 5-star prediction is the final revival of Opal and Nev by Donnie Walton. And this one is about two punk rock artists, and so it takes place in, I believe, the 70s, Opal and Nev. I believe it's Opal comes of age in Detroit and then moves to New York, and she kind of hooks up with Nev, and they kind of become this like punk, I'm assuming like a punk rock duo or something. And something happens to them at a show that makes them break up. And so the book is about them years later reconnecting to do an interview to talk about what happened. So it has Daisy Jones and the Six vibes, which I am so excited about, and why I think it's really going to be a 5-star read, because it deals with like the dramas of being in a rock band, which I love, and kind of that whole like behind the music sort of feeling, which I love. So I'm thinking I'm gonna listen to this one on audio because it is available on Scribd, and it seems like the type of book that would be a really good audiobook. So I will let you guys know if it's 5 stars or not. Alright guys, so those are all of my reading plans for August. I have some really exciting ones lined up, a reread of a potential, of a favorite, a couple of 5-star predictions, and an anticipated read. So there's just like a lot, and I feel like it's going to be a really good month. So let me know down below what you're planning to read for August. I would love to hear what everybody's going to read. And yeah, that's it. So I hope you guys have a great August, and I will talk with you soon. Thank you so much for watching. Bye.